everybody, it's Dr. Cruz from Design Your Destiny at CapriCruz.com. How are you today? Today we're going to talk about the 3 things I learned last month. This is my monthly series. Last month I think I said I was going to name it something different. So I'm back to 3 things I learned last month. But I think last month I named it 3 ways to design your destiny, or 3 ways to improve designing your destiny. I kind of like 3 things I learned last month. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you the 3 things because in case you can't stay for the whole video, the 3 things that I learned last month are, number 1, don't leave things to the last minute. We know this, and yet it happens. Don't leave things to the last minute. We need to be proactive and get things done, right? The second thing I learned is that my energy affects people. My energy affects people. Your energy affects people. All right? It's a huge thing. We need to be aware of it, cognizant of it, and care that our energy affects people, okay? If we don't care, we're not leveling up in life. We need to be decent human beings that care, right? The third thing is that faith neutralizes fear. Faith neutralizes fear. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Number 1, don't leave things to the last minute. How does that happen? How does that happen? Don't we all have planners and calendars? No, I know we don't. But, most of us do. Some of us do. Those who don't, I really highly recommend that you get a planner. I'm a therapist, so, my life, I just got a regular old planner, nothing fancy. If you want something fancy, go to grantcardone.com. He's got a great planner, I think. I haven't seen it in person, but he's a phenomenal guy. He doesn't produce crap. So, that's more of a, a more elaborate planner. But for me and my clients, this works just fine. So get you a planner, and let's see. Here's August. August is empty. I like this planner because it breaks the day out per hour. I need hour by hour by hour because just as you can see, it can get pretty, you need space to write. You know what I mean? And so you want to be able to account for your day by the hour. That's like a whole nother topic, right? When you can account for your day by the hour, and when you can plan your day by the hour, you're so much more effective, right? But in order to not leave things for the last minute, what I do, there's a portion at the bottom of my planner that says notes or evening or something like that. It says evening. And so I put, if I know it's a long-term goal that I need to achieve, a long-term item to accomplish, then I'll put it on the bottom, and then like every 3 days, I'll put it on the bottom again. So like, for instance, here's a clean page right here. I'll put, maybe I need to find an apartment, or house hunt, or coordinate pickup on something. Maybe I need to go pick something up, and I can't do it today, but I know I need to, keep on it until it gets done. Or contacting, not really a pickup, because that you can schedule by the day. But maybe you need to contact somebody, and they're not answering the phone, they're not getting back to you. So, you want to, it's a way to keep up with things that are outside of your daily schedule. It's kind of just a reminder. You put it at the bottom of the planner as a reminder. Like, hey, don't forget, you got to get this done. Okay? We know to plan things ahead of time. We know to schedule our day. We know this, right? We know to schedule our week on Sunday. so that we have the whole week planned out and we could just hit the ground running come Monday morning, right? Or whatever day it is. You wake up on Wednesday. You already know what you got to do because it's on your planner. Why do we leave things to the last minute? It happens. It happens to me, and I'm a very organized person. Sometimes the reasons is that, you're not the only one involved. Sometimes what you need to get done involves other people, and other people are not always as on top of their stuff as you are. I know I run into that all the time. I'm very organized. I'm very timely. I'm very focused. When I got to get something done, I know I got to get this done. And I get laser focused on it. Everybody doesn't have that training. Everybody's not laser focused. People can get distracted by their emotions, by their mood, which is their emotions. They can get distracted by, the phone. They can get distracted by, especially if you have the notification sounds on, ding, ding, beep, boo, ba, boo, ee, ah. You got all these ee, ding, boo, all these sounds, right? You have all these sounds on your phone, and that can distract you. You might be thinking about the thing you need to accomplish, and if you got ding, dong, boom, bang, bing going off on your phone, you can lose your thought just like that. So we have to understand the value of focus in our thought process and how easily it is that we can lose that focus, okay? When you have to accomplish something and someone else is involved, and maybe they're the holdup, it's incumbent on you to put it on your calendar to call that person and check on them. Hey, where are you at with this? What's the status? How much have you gotten done? Where are we with this project? Is it almost complete? Did you run that errand? If you don't want to do something like that, hire an assistant. They can keep up with it for you. Because it can be annoying, right? We're not babysitters. But some people need a babysitter to do their end of the bargain because they don't care as much as you do. So, other ways that we leave things to the last minute. We can forget. So put it on your calendar. What's not written down probably will not get done, okay? We can get overwhelmed. So, if you're getting overwhelmed with your daily life and you have something very important that you need to accomplish, the way you can avoid leaving it to the last minute is by prioritizing what you focus on every day. You have to prioritize your time, because if you don't, who will? Okay? All right, the second thing that I learned, like I mentioned, is that my energy affects people. Your energy affects people. People who are not worth a damn don't care. They're like, I don't care how, that's the other person's problem. So there are different qualities of people. There's different types of people. Some people want to become the best that they can be. I'm one of them. So I care. I care that my energy affects people. I care how my tone of voice affects people. I care what time it is when I call them, right? I'm conscientious of that. So the major difference between people who care and people who don't care that their energy affects other people is how self-focused the individual is. So if you don't care about how you affect other people, then you probably have never been taught or have a challenge with having empathy for people. So I'm a therapist. I have high empathy for people. I care about people. I care. I want people to have a great day. I want people to be, to have more positive energy and positive influences in their life, whether I know them or not. I care about people. And so if you care about people, even in your own home, you know, you don't have to care about every single person on earth, although it's nice, you know, say a prayer for them. Takes a second, right, to add them to your prayer. But even if it's people just in your home, you know, as a parent, I need to care how I affect my child. You know, my daughter's in her 20s. I still care. I don't want to dampen her day. I don't want to trigger her emotionally. So we got to find balance with that, right? We don't want to overcare because then we become enablers and we become coddlers. So we want to hold people accountable for their own energy, but we want to hold ourselves accountable too. And that really helps us because if you're triggering someone else's energy in a negative way, then you need to check yourself and you know, just ask yourself, why is this happening? Right? Why am I triggering other people in a negative way? So when I'm aware that my energy is off, and we're all human, you know, we're going to have great days and we're going to have down days, right? It's our responsibility to protect other people from us when we're having a moment. If I'm in a stanky mood, if I'm in a funk, it's my responsibility not to put myself around other people because I care and I don't want them to be negatively affected by me. I don't have the right to ruin other people's days, their day. You know what I mean? I don't have that right. How dare I ruin someone else's day because my energy is off? I need to care about that. There's a popular, you know, attitude in the world that, you know, oh well, that's their problem. If they don't like my attitude, they need to, if they don't like what I'm saying, they need to, When you decide that you want to design your destiny and you want a great destiny, that attitude of other people need to figure it out, it's their problem, doesn't jive with, you know, design your destiny. I want to be a great person. I want to level up my life. I want to be excellent. I want to produce. I want to help people. I want to advance society. When you have this kind of perspective and energy in life, being self-focused and being selfish and being rude and not caring about how you as an individual are affecting the masses, it's just not congruent. Okay? So if you have this attitude that people need to figure it out, that's their problem. I'm not changing for nobody. I'm going to say what I want. And when you have that kind of attitude, you're not going to be successful. You're just not. Okay? So it's incumbent upon us to check ourselves, hold ourselves to a higher standard of excellence, and, you know, check in with ourselves anyway for our benefit. Why am I in a bad mood? Why is my energy off? Why do I feel negative? What's going on? What's the problem? Because maybe something is happening and we're not really quite aware. You know what I mean? So by self-reflecting, you invest in yourself by self-reflecting. When you self-reflect, you are investing in you. Take time to meditate. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel where your energy is in your body. Sometimes I hold my stress here. Some people hold it here. Sometimes you get a tight chest. Sometimes it's in your shins. I used to hold my stress in my shins. You know, when you close your eyes, you can receive revelation and you can learn what is triggering, because it could happen on a subconscious level. And if your energy is being thrown off on a subconscious level, you're not going to figure it out consciously. You have to meditate and slow your brain waves down to alpha brain waves so that you can receive the message, so that the chatter here stops. As long as thoughts are, you're not in alignment with the universe. You're not in alignment with your physiology. If this is going, okay? So the third thing I learned is that faith neutralizes fear. Faith neutralizes fear. Faith neutralizes fear. What do we fear? We could fear anything. We could fear an interview. We could fear moving across country. We could fear any kind of change, dating a new person, being open to falling in love. Y'all like my earrings? They're hearts. Fall in love, it's fun. People could fear going over bridges. People fear bugs, water bugs, roaches, rats, mice, bugs that really can't hurt them. It's funny that we're scared of those things. People fear heights. People fear death. People fear, anything. You can fear anything. And when you are working from a human perspective, you are limited. If you cannot rationalize yourself down from fear, which most people cannot, because the fear mechanism in the middle part of the brain is a primitive emotion. And so if you think you can beat fear by yourself, more often than not, you cannot. You have to believe in something bigger than you, your creator. You have to believe in the possibility that everything is going to be okay, because it always has been. It always has been, and it always will be, even when it was jacked up. You got to have faith in what you cannot see, but can create. And sometimes you just got to have faith for the sake of having faith, so that you maintain control over you. So if you can use logic and rationalization in conjunction with some faith, right? So take, for instance, I'm moving to LA, and it's a huge ordeal. I'm in Okinawa right now, Japan, and I am moving across the country from where I currently live in the States. That's a lot to manage from Japan. But I have to have faith that everything is going to be okay, because it always is. Right? So my rationalization is, what do I need to plan? My rationalization, my planning, my decision making, my, taking control of what I have control over. Right? So we can do that. You can take control over what you do have control over. So that's using the thinking brain, right? To plan appropriately. So I can plan, I can research places to live, I can schedule shipment, I can do my GPS and figure out what route I'm going to take. I can figure out who I'm going to stop off and see. So I can do a lot of planning ahead of time. And so that aspect of it, I can create certainty. Because we fear things that we're not certain about, right? So the more certainty that you can create, the better you will calm yourself down. The more you can calm yourself down, the more you won't worry as much. But there are always certain aspects of things that we cannot control. We have to go through the process of whatever it is, whether it's falling in love, whether it's actually driving across country or getting on the plane, whatever it is, we have to actually go through that process. We can't pre-plan that. We can't create certainty sometimes. We have to actually do it to create the certainty, right? Someone very famous said, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear is an illusion. There may be some cautionary reality to it, but it's an illusion. You get to decide whether you're going to walk in fear or you're going to walk in faith. And the stronger your spiritual relationship in Jesus is, the more faith you will have. Sometimes we can't rush things. We have to just let life take its course. We control what we can control. We dictate what we can dictate. But there are certain things that we have to let life unfold for us. So when you're in a place of uncertainty and when you're in a place that is scary, breathe. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. And have faith that everything is going to be okay. Because it always is. Okay? This is Dr. Cruz from Design Your Destiny. I care for you guys very, very much. I want the best for you. These are the 3 things I learned last month. I want you to think about what you learned last month. Okay? What happened? What happened last month that you can reflect on and gain wisdom from? Okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.